you also for the invitation to this interesting event. I would like to make a few remarks about, I would say, the importance of development in Mexico for other countries in the region and also for the development of global economy. Because when we speak about Mexico, we are here in the Czech Republic a bit far away. Everybody knows Mexico, of course, but not everybody is aware about the size of Mexican economy, about the number of inhabitants, that it's one of the largest economy. And if today the new wording in global economy is big B, R, I, C, Brazil, Russia, India, China, definitely Mexico belongs to this group in a wider sense of the word, being one of really fastest growing and very important economies in the world. At the same time, if you open the Forbes, you try to find the richest man, so he has a Mexican passport, or at least I hope he has a Mexican passport, not the Swiss one, because of it. But still, this is something very, very interesting, and that comes from a business in real economy, not just with trade, it's derivatives or things like that. So this is quite interesting information about Mexico. On the other hand, if you take any internet search and you put down Mexico, I would say roughly 8 out of 10 articles will speak about crime, will speak about drug cartels, about street acquirers, about development with the special part of the Mexico present. But in my opinion, still much more important is this internal strength of Mexico. So let's point out once again some important features. So Mexico is a stable free trade economy with a stable political system. The first Latin American member of the OECD. First Latin American country that has signed a treaty with the European Union. It is still quite well-worked. 90% of foreign trade of Mexico is with countries or systems or companies where the trade is based on free market contracts, which is something that is not that normal for many other countries. Also, when we observe the past developments, the recent developments of Mexico, and that's, I think, one of the sources for optimism, even for the fight with the present crisis concerning drug cartels and crime, etc. So Mexico has showed a very good capability to solve very deep economic and political problems, because in the year everybody now speaks and has still in mind the economic crisis of the year 2008 or 2009. But one of the deepest crises that touched one countries and started global turmoil was the crisis in '94 with Mexican peso, this overvaluated Mexican peso, and it led to really very difficult development in Mexico, and still the country didn't go into total collapse. It didn't endanger, maybe it did endanger, but it didn't change the general system of the country. It didn't change the principles of social system, political system, and economy in this country, which is very important. And also it helped Mexico to deal in a much better way with the global crisis in the year 2008. Of course, Mexico is a NAFTA, as I mentioned, member, and as a country that is very much linked, whose economy is very much linked to the United States, was influenced by the crisis in the year 2008. But still, its reaction and flexibility was even much higher than the one of the United States itself. The stock exchange in Mexico dropped by 23%. In the United States, 38%. In Russia, 70%. The GDP in 1 year dropped by 5%, but already in the year 2010 there was an increase of about 5%, the first estimates. Everything this was thanks to the very cautious, and we in Europe know what it means to speak about deficits and foreign debt and so on. So the macroeconomic policy of Mexico is something that is hardly comparable with European countries, because there was a deficit even now after the crisis it's about 40%, and there was almost extremely low foreign debt, flexible exchange rate, and very good management and regulation of banking and financial sector, because if I'm not mistaken there was no important default of a bank, and there was even not a special real estate bubble, unlike in the neighboring United States of America. So these are very special achievements and a very good basis for say, fighting also other challenges of the countries. There was also important political change, because this is also something that is not easy, and there are not many examples in the world that was a country. Mexico is a country where there was one governing party for 70 years, and after the very tight elections, presidential elections, there was a very peaceful and not complicated for a short time, but in the end, peaceful and standard change of the government, and the country can function and even proceed with important social and political or economic reforms. So, still, security, crime, drugs is one of the most important problems of the country, which can, of course, influence its attractivity for the world and general stability, because personal security, let's say, importance of property, which some of the authors describe as the Soto, Latin American author, economists describe as one of the crucial things for development of free economy and markets, can be in danger in some regions, but still not from the point of view of the legal system. This is not in doubt in Mexico, and this is very important for the final solution, because for fighting a problem like violence and crime, it's important not to go into one of two dangerous extremes, because either you can try to fight too hard. I mean, too hard meaning with deprivation of some liberties, which can in short time bring good results, but in long term it can lead to very bad consequences for the stability as such. Or you can go in a way of trying to, let's call it, buy the people and increase social systems and salaries and everything in order to calm down the situation, but the price will be the stabilization of economy. So you are going between Scylla and Charybdis of two threads, and so far, seen from outside, of course, as outside observer, Mexico is trying not to fall into any of these two traps. Maybe last remark concerning Mexico and its role in the world. I think it's to a certain extent also very, very special, because of two reasons, just to mention two. The first one is a special role of Mexico itself, because it's a neighboring country of the United States of America, and the Mexicans and also other Latin Americans play, as immigrants, more and more important role for the United States of America themselves, which is a new feature of the development of this country, largely, or let's say economically most strongest country in the world.